Welcome to another Johnson City Press video report. I'm Kenneth Medley. I'm joined today by Mr. John Birchette. You've got a little, what would you call it, funeral home here in Johnson City, and your family's been in the area for a very long time.
Over 60 years, I believe.
Oh, wow. Yeah. We're going to start with our Fast Five that we normally start with on our 5 questions, and then we'll get into the interview. So are you a cats or dog person?
Neither.
Fish. What's your current book that you're reading, or are you reading a book?
The Color of Money, and that name, it's hard to pronounce. It's Mahersha Badaran. Okay. It's about the racial disparity of wealth, the history of it, and black banking in the United States.
And can you tell me, what is your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? The Godfather trilogy.
And your favorite food?
Favorite food is steak, hands down.
And if you could have dinner with any historical figure, living, past, present, who would it be?
Martin Luther King, obvious for me.
All right, well, we'll get into the 5 questions, and first one's just get to know you a little bit. Tell me about yourself and about your family and your history a little bit here in Johnson City.
I'm born and raised in Johnson City, graduate of Science Hill, University of Tennessee. After college, I moved to Atlanta, worked in the corporate world for many years, but born into a family of entrepreneurs, so kind of did a few things on my own while in Atlanta for those years. Moved back to Johnson City about 7 years ago due to my father's health and the family business, and being that I'm an only child. So just glad to be home and feel like it's where I'm supposed to be.
What have been the changes that Johnson City has gone through that you can remember over time?
For me, it's become much more diverse. There seems to be a lot more transplants in the years since I moved away. Other than that, the people are the same, and I say that in a positive way. It's a very friendly place and very welcoming. I felt like I'd never left once I moved back. People embraced me just like I never went away. So from that aspect, it hasn't changed, which is a good thing.
Can you tell me some of the history that maybe your father and grandfather had here in Johnson City?
Sure. My grandfather moved here in the 50s. He became the pastor of Thankful Baptist Church. He was a minister in Asheville, which is where my father's side of the family is from. He was also in the funeral business in Asheville. He saw a need for that here, and he, in addition to being the pastor of the church, he opened a funeral home in, I think, 1959, and we've been in existence ever since. So I'm 3rd generation funeral director.
What have you faced any challenges being a business owner here in Johnson City, and what were some maybe challenges your father and grandfather faced?
As far as this industry, the challenge is, and don't mean this to sound racial, but white people go to a white funeral home, black people go to a black funeral home. So just trying to break that we serve everyone, and that goes for all the funeral homes. You don't have to use your race. So just breaking that barrier. But overall, funeral directors traditionally serve the community, so I don't face any obstacles as far as dealing with people here.
Okay. Can you tell me, what do you feel is the importance of Johnson City celebrating their 150th anniversary this year?
Just to highlight the area. There's so much history here, as we were discussing when you came in the door. This area is growing. I think it would be appealing to a much broader audience. So I believe this celebration will kind of shine a spotlight on East Tennessee and Johnson City in particular, and maybe bring in some tourism and help us expand here.
What is your hope for Johnson City going forward in the community? What would you like to see?
The downtown area to continue to grow, but still keep its small town vibe. So I think they're headed in the right direction. So I don't have any suggestions, just to keep pushing the way they are.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to add that maybe I haven't touched on?
I think you've covered it.
All right. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate you giving me the interview.
No
I hope
problem.
you have a good day.
Absolutely.
This is Kenneth Medley reporting for Johnson City Press.